Good morning, everybody. Ooh, 3 times the charm, right? Let me start by bringing up our first guest, a gentleman that is in the industry. You know, he's known as a digital authority in music, mobile, IPTV, product and service development. Give an enthusiastic welcome to Mr. Ted Cohen. Thank you so much.
Okay, before I start, a little background on me. Most of my life is spent working on technology and music right now. We've moved from an era of consumer empowerment to consumer entitlement. Everybody's tried to change consumer behavior as it relates to accessing digital entertainment. It's not going to change. We have to figure out, how do you monetize that behavior? We used to talk about the fact that that online didn't have enough access to enough music legally. Legally now, you can walk out of here or you can sit on your laptop here and access on all of the services upwards of 10 million songs. 10 years ago, if you were a recording artist, it was about getting a deal and getting your music distributed and getting it into Best Buy and Tower and Amoeba and any music store that would carry your music on the shelf. Right now, any of you could go out in the lobby, record a song, upload it to TuneCore, and have it on iTunes next Tuesday. There's a new service, if any of you are selling your own music. It just launched on Monday. It's called Magnet.tv. You can set up your own store on your Facebook page and sell your music right from your Facebook page. You want your music everywhere. You can use services like TuneCore. You can affiliate with InGrooves or Big Fish, or there's a bunch, Iris, IOTA. There's all these great services out there. The future is really very bright. And in my flash forward, you are all unstoppable.
You're here today, hopefully, to come away with information and inspiration to help you, as they say, win. If you're a Sesac songwriter, we implore you to A, register your songs. It's very, very important to make sure that you know your splits and you sort of deal with that subject at the genesis of that. That has to be defined and clarified before anything happens. So all of this to say, it's very important for you to handle your business. You got to push yourself. Push yourself. The best lyrics, the best melodies, the best rhythms, the best ideas, the best concepts, the best presentation that you possibly can do. Push yourselves to do the things that are unexpected. In order to stand out and in order to be successful, have to take your craft and your culture higher. Thank you.
What I wanted to do today is, this is the first time we've tried this, but we think it'll be interesting for you. Give you a 40,000-foot overview of our licensing proposition. When we create a license, we like the license to be renewable. And in a lot of instances, the music user likes that too, because they don't want to be in a position where a license would fall out, fall off, terminate, expire, and then leave them without authorization. Once we've built a good license, once we've built a license that people will respond to, people think is efficient and fair and equitable, then we have a practice. I mean, we go about contacting folks, and to the extent that people contact us, we engage them and we license the public performance of your works. If you want to keep licensing simple and standardized, then you keep the grant of authorization, or what the license allows you to do, you keep that simple too. The way we do that is we create addendums and amendments to the license agreement itself, and it works well.
Okay, I'm Hunter Williams. I am Senior Vice President of Royalty Distribution and Research Services, which is the RDRS that James mentioned. We're responsible for tracking all your performances, for registering your works, and for getting you paid, okay? When you register your work, you have to tell us the song that you wrote, but you also have to give us information about the media that's embodying those works, okay? How does the money flow? You give us the song information, the copy of the recording for TuneSat. We have an online system that when you register the work, you can also put in where you performed. There are a handful of songwriters that I deal with on a regular basis. The more they know how the payments work, what the factors are that go into the payments, the more they know these things, the better off they're going to be. And I encourage you guys to be that way. Stay on top of your business and don't just assume things.
We want to cover some basic terms about film and TV licensing, and then we'll talk about some specifics of what the industry is like now, because like every other part of the music business, it is evolving. If you happen to hire studio musicians, get your musicians releases immediately. The release essentially says, yes, I played on your song. As a musician, I have no rights to it.
Also, if you co-wrote a song with somebody and you're given the power to speak on behalf of that master or publishing, make sure you get that in writing too.
It's really difficult as a music supervisor to listen to the entire volume. The more information you present, when you present, the better. That means, I love your show. I think your work on this episode was fantastic. Give them as much information, and you might want to describe the song and then let it be.
Know who you're pitching to, and don't just think, oh, I have a great song and I'm just going to like give it to everybody.
Your master recording is different from the use of your copyright. They could very well choose to re-record where they would have an entirely different person re-record your copyright, and you would only be entitled to the synchronization license portion of it. They would only have to ask permission for use of the copyright. What's also interesting about synchronization licensing, if you can't clear the publishing, you can't use any recorded master. Right. I don't want to be your full-time licensing girl, but I will answer questions. So there you have it. Thank you all.
Thank you.
I wrote my first song called Till He Comes when I was 14 years old. I knew then that it was a business, but I didn't know really what kind of business it was until I wrote my first song for Yolanda Adams called Just a Prayer Away. But there are so many different aspects to the business side of writing a song. You, as the songwriter, immediately, once you get out of creative mode, you got to go into business mode. Why? Because if you don't, there are about 5,000 ways for you to get screwed. You got to start thinking of your own ways to promote your song. This is your song, right? So you can't depend on anybody else to promote, protect, respect your song. This is what I asked myself the other day. How come I'm dependent on Sesac to take care of my business? That's right. The more I have my business together, then Sesac can better help me get my songs out. There's a lot of things that stop us from getting to the real business. But the main thing that stops us from getting to the business attitude is our mind. Handle your business. Really handle it though. Don't play with it. You know what I'm saying? Don't be cute with it. Handle it. Really. We are songwriters. Successful. Powerful. In order. I am. What are you? Thank you so much.
First song will be Jasper Burns, Life is My University.
I'm off to lead a ship that only I can sail. The great big I am going to seize me.
It was beautiful. I mean, I really don't have any comment. It created a world. It had its own universe, and I was cruising along.
But somehow we make it right.